Hello everyone, we are witnessing the impressive craftsmanship of a lone mason, a man who took on the challenge of building a sustainable wooden structure all by himself. The video begins with him carefully digging several square holes for the foundations. Once the holes are prepared, he builds wooden formwork and pours concrete into them to form solid, reinforced foundation columns. Steel cages are attached to the concrete base, ensuring long-term durability and stability. Once the concrete has cured, he covers the surface of each column with a protective black waterproofing layer. A flat insulation board is then placed on top. Preparing the wooden load-bearing columns, large round logs are previously prepared and treated, are placed on top of these columns. He secures them with sturdy metal brackets, anchoring them to prevent them from shifting over time. They become the vertical pillars that bear the weight of the entire frame. Long crossbeams are placed on top of the posts, forming a rectangular perimeter that defines the base of the structure. The cross beams are then fitted into place using traditional joinery techniques, mortise and tenon joints, which demonstrate not only precision, but also a deep respect for classical woodworking techniques. This stage lays a solid, level foundation for everything that follows. It is a combination of engineering, woodworking, and patience, executed with incredible skill and personal effort. We follow a determined lone builder as he begins the next crucial stage of his log house project, building the log walls by hand. The process begins with the careful stacking of large round logs, each one heavy and cumbersome. To lift and position them precisely, he uses a pulley system combined with steel cables. This simple yet effective mechanism allows him to lift the logs into place with precision, despite working alone. Between each layer of logs, he inserts a thick strip of natural moss. This moss not only acts as insulation, but also fills in gaps, enhancing the thermal efficiency and weather resistance of the log house. Once the logs are precisely aligned, he uses a large wooden hammer to drive in long wooden pegs. These pegs penetrate multiple logs, locking them together and ensuring structural integrity without the use of nails or screws. Openings for doors and windows were intentionally left in the walls. He then installed wooden frames in these openings, securing them tightly to the surrounding logs to ensure a stable fit. This stage is a masterclass in traditional log house building, combining raw strength, clever engineering, and respect for natural materials. We witness an impressive display of skill and perseverance as this lone worker continues to build the upper frame of the log house. The process begins with the precise erection of the upright posts. Using both strength and method, he lifts large diagonal beams, known as purlins, into pre-cut mortises at the top of the posts. Each beam is adjusted and secured with a hand axe and mallet, demonstrating his attention to detail and mastery of joinery. To further strengthen the structure, he adds smaller braces and struts, enhancing both the strength and stability of the timber frame. As the weather begins to change and the snow begins to fall, he remains focused and steadfast in his work. Once the purlins are in place, he installs a pulley system to lift the ridge beams, the long horizontal beams that cover the roof. After careful balancing, he aligned the purlins on the purlins and used a sledgehammer to lock them in place, completing the ridge. Additional horizontal boards were placed on the rafters to complete the roof skeleton. This entire process, done alone and in changing weather conditions, is a true testament to the craftsman's tenacity, precision, and extensive knowledge of traditional building techniques. Midway through the job, the weather begins to change. As gray clouds roll in overhead, he pauses to unfold and carefully place a large blue tarp over the unfinished roof. This protective layer acts as a temporary barrier against the elements, shielding the structure from potential rain. It's a small but strategic move that not only demonstrates foresight, but also reflects his respect for the environment and the materials he uses. Such meticulousness speaks volumes about his craftsmanship and thoughtful planning. Back to the task at hand, he begins by meticulously placing each wooden plank onto the prepared roof frame. Each nail is carefully hammered, each plank is precisely adjusted. He works with a practiced, rhythm-steady hands, steady pace. The planks are perfectly aligned, and each is firmly secured, forming a unified, cohesive surface. His skill and mastery of traditional tools is evident in every step. One by one, the wooden planks are installed until the entire span of the roof is completely covered. What emerges is not just a roof, but a solid, weather-resistant surface that now covers the entire structure. It completes the protective shell of the house and gives it a sense of stability and sustainability. While this stage may seem repetitive to the casual observer, it is not simple. It requires a deep understanding of structural balance, weight distribution, and material interactions, especially when building in a natural, remote setting. The consistency, precision, and care he applies throughout this process is a powerful reminder of the dedication and skill required in true craftsmanship. Thank you so much for following along on this amazing journey. We hope you have enjoyed it as much as we have. See you next time.